Jrue Holiday turned a family obsession into generational wealth. However, it's his work off the court that makes him a legend. Power couple. Jrue and Lauren Holiday are the definition of a sports power couple. Jrue met Lauren at a UCLA women's basketball game. They were both attending the same college. Jrue said a young fan mistook him for his teammate Darren Collison and asked for an autograph. Lauren turned to him and said, "Don't worry, you're cuter than Darren is." At the time, they were both seeing other people, but they did become friends, and months later, they started dating. The two married in 2013 and have 2 children together, daughter Drew Tyler and son Hendrix, named after Drew's favorite musician, Jimi Hendrix. Now, Jrue and Lauren built impressive careers within their respective sports. After playing basketball for 1 season at UCLA, Jrue was drafted by the Philadelphia 76ers before joining the New Orleans Pelicans. Since 2020, he has played for the Milwaukee Bucks, leading the team to the NBA championship in 2021 and an Olympic gold medal in 2020. Following her time at UCLA, Lauren went on to play club soccer with Pally Blues, Boston Breakers, and FC Kansas City before joining the U.S. women's national soccer team. The team won gold at the 2008 Beijing Summer Olympics, the 2012 London Summer Olympics, and the 2015 FIFA Women's World Cup in Canada. In 2014, Lauren was named U.S. Soccer Female Athlete of the Year. However, they were about to be hit with some scary news. When Lauren was 6 months pregnant with their daughter, she was diagnosed with a type of brain tumor known as meningioma after experiencing some painful headaches. In September of 2016, Jrue announced that he would be sitting out the beginning of the 2016-2017 season in order to help his wife through her recovery. Doctors ended up inducing Lauren's labor early so she could have the necessary brain surgery, which took place at Duke University Hospital in October 2016. After giving birth and undergoing successful brain surgery to remove the tumor, there is a happy ending. Now, as for his obsession with basketball, it all started out with some brotherly competition. Basketball obsession. Jrue learned a valuable lesson from being a tennis manager of all things. From a young age, he was a Lakers fan. His favorite players were Magic Johnson and Kobe Bryant. Growing up, he played against his brothers, Justin and Aaron, all the time. Aaron was younger by 6 years, but he was a fierce competitor and made Jrue work for every point. It wasn't like we would completely fight and beat each other up, but it got really competitive. Besides basketball, he grew up playing soccer, baseball, and football. Heck, he even played some roller hockey with the other neighborhood kids. When Jrue Holiday was a teenager, he needed to make some extra money, so he went to his mother Toya and asked if he could apply for a job at his local grocer, Vons. His mom told him no because school was his job, but when the women's tennis team was looking for a manager, Toya volunteered her son. Jrue knew nothing about tennis, so this was a completely new experience. His job was to grab sandwiches and pack bags. He learned to sacrifice and do things no one else wanted to do for the betterment of the team, a trait which became a defining feature of Jrue's personality moving forward, which is why he is often cited as his teammates' favorite player. As tennis manager, he wasn't on the court, so he had to find ways to build bonds away from it. By the time he got to the NBA years later, it was natural. Another defining feature of his game blossomed around the dinner table. Basketball journey. His entire family is locked in on defense. In the Holiday household, defense was a normal dinner table subject. They consider themselves old school. His dad demonstrated defensive techniques at the local park, such as slides, ball denial, and how to run along diagonals to swerve back in front of opponents. Justin and Jrue honed their defense playing one-on-one games on a portable hoop they rolled onto the cul-de-sac outside the family home in Rancho Cucamonga. For years, they could not finish one. Jrue would foul Justin hard, Justin would retaliate, they would end the game before things escalated. The brothers competed at everything. They lifted the portable hoop onto their trampoline and invented their own form of slam ball. Now, ping pong was another go-to. Justin and Jrue have tables at their home so they can play when they are together. By 8th grade, Jrue's coaches realized they had a different sort of prodigy, a fiercely competitive but focused on the right things such as the emotional wellness of teammates and the grittier aspects of the game. He was named the 2008 Gatorade National Player of the Year and a Parade First Team All-American. He was fortunate enough to play for his favorite college team, UCLA. After a brief pit stop in college, he then decided to take his talents to the NBA and was drafted 17th overall by the Philadelphia 76ers in the 2009 NBA Draft. However, his NBA career would end up being a wild roller coaster ride. NBA career. Jrue had to get used to the NBA business real quick. After developing his game each year, in 2013 he made his very first All-Star game. The 22-year-old Holiday became the youngest player in franchise history to be named an All-Star. It seemed as if he was going to be Philly's go-to point guard for years to come, but the organization had some other plans. He was traded to the New Orleans Pelicans on July 12, 2013. His first 2 years with New Orleans were riddled with injuries, but soon enough he found his footing with his new team and teammate Anthony Davis. In fact, in Game 4 of the playoffs against the Blazers, Jrue dropped 41 points and completed the sweep. But once again, the Pelicans would look to change direction, and they traded Jrue to the Bucks on November 24, 2020. He would play a crucial role during the Bucks' run to the NBA Finals and help his new squad win their first championship in 50 years. By now, Jrue had established himself as one of, if not the best guard defender in the league. Other players after named Jrue as the most underrated player in the league, and championship contenders tried their best to get Jrue on their team. The Celtics succeeded in doing so on September 27, 2023. With his new team, Jrue signed an absurdly large new deal. NBA contract. All those defensive slides paid off. Jrue came into the league on a 4-year, $7.5 million deal. Soon he signed an extension worth $41 million, but that was nothing compared to the 5-year, $126 million deal he inked with the Pelicans. However, that wasn't the last $100+ million deal he earned. The Bucks offered him a $134.9 million contract, and on April 10, 2024, he agreed to a 4-year, $135 million contract extension with the Celtics with $100 million guaranteed, which runs until the end of the 2027-2028 season. So the Holidays can holiday anytime they like. And on top of that, he has endorsement deals with the likes of Nike, Motorola, Popeyes, Pandora, and Thorne, to name a few. However, it is the work that he is doing off the court that makes him such a hero. Off the court, Jrue and his wife do incredible things for the community. In July of 2020, he announced that with his remaining salary for the 2019-2020 NBA season, he was launching a social justice initiative alongside his wife. The Jrue and Lauren Holiday Social Justice Impact Fund would donate to Black-led nonprofits, programs, and institutions of higher learning in Los Angeles, New Orleans, and Indianapolis. Honestly, when it came down to it, it was me and my wife talking about what we could do to kind of further this movement and progression, and being able to help out our community and just being able to help. Later that month, Jrue arrived at the New Orleans Pelicans game wearing a mask that said, "Say their names," a chant that arose during the Black Lives Matter protests of 2020. He is also involved in over 20 different charities. He even won the 2021 NBA Sportsmanship Award. And when he isn't being an all-around good guy, he keeps himself busy through hiking, swimming, playing tennis, volleyball, and running long distances. Safe to say that he's pretty healthy. He also loves his music. According to Jrue, his entire family is musically inclined. Basically, everyone on his dad's side of the family played an instrument or sang. Jrue was in gospel choir and was also in a jazz band. He had a drum set and grew up playing piano. He tried to play guitar, but he felt as if he wasn't that good at it. At least there is one thing that Jrue cannot do.